Hi Nancy, how's it going
Hi.
with you?
Pretty good. How you doing?
I'm doing very good. I'm talking to you now, finally. Nancy Wilson of Heart.
Me.
Life must be good.
Life is good. Life is good. We're, doing. We're lucky to have a rock job, and we like our job, and we do it well. So somebody pays us to do our job.
Night at Sky Church, new DVD and Blu-ray. It's an awesome product, I see.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, we had a lot of fun putting that together in Seattle, our hometown. Um, right after we finished making the album Red Velvet Car, we decided to film a show for the album, and it was quite a night. There's nothing like playing for your hometown. So, and then we also had a couple of special guests come up and help celebrate the new album with us. Alison Krauss came and sang, and Ben Mink, our producer, who plays fiddle too and guitar. And so we just had a really great night at Sky Church. Happy that it's out on Blu-ray.
Yes, not just DVDs, Blu-ray. The Blu-ray quality, it's a whole different world today.
Oh, Blu-ray's pretty cool. I'm not a fan of high definition per se. It's there's I think I prefer the look of film,
Okay.
quite honestly. But I think it's a really good show, and the Blu-ray. I don't know about the systems. With the right system and a 5-point surround sound, that's the one you want.
Let's say for this Night at Sky Church album, the live DVD, Blu-ray, what was the song selections like to pick out the songs to play this concert? Or was it just another day for Heart?
Oh, no, we rehearsed for a couple of weeks and trying to figure out, which of the new songs were going to work best for us to play live. So, we had to narrow it down for a couple of weeks and just pick the ones that were the most exciting, that were the most natural fit for the show, and not to load too many new songs into the live show, because there's only so much unfamiliar territory that you want to cover with your fans, with your people who love all of your other stuff too. So I think we struck a pretty good balance between familiar and new in that show.
And Nancy, let's say, recording Red Velvet Car versus Night at Sky Church, would you say it's the same equipment used for your guitars and stuff, amps?
Oh, pretty much the same equipment, some of the same guitars, but in the studio we had access to much more equipment and many more instruments and specialty guitars. Guitars that we take on the road need to be guitars that can handle more heat, and cold, and we go through Canada where it's 40 below, and then we go through America in the summer where it's 104. So, 110 in Dallas. And so we have to take guitars live out with us that are a little more battle axes.
Road-worthy battle axes?
Battle axes, yeah.
Yeah. And for your guitar collection, is it very big today? Have you been collecting from the first album, let's say?
I've been collecting, a lot of guitars. I've collected since Dreamboat Annie days. I have a lot of very nice guitars, including an original Flying V. I have a 50s Flying V, original one. That's probably the crown of my collection. A beautiful old Blue Terry and an old SG I love. Some beautiful old acoustics, a custom acoustic built by Ed Myronick out of Vancouver, BC. And a new signature model Martin guitar that I helped design with Martin. So, and like I have some really nice an old mandolin, the Gibson, a mandocello, and a mandola.
Mm-hmm.
That all match, and been playing around with some baritone guitars more recently, and I collect ukuleles and hamazoos, and hamazoo is very important. And yeah, I'm quite a collector.
You're an all-around collector of guitars and music.
Yeah, and I like old pianos as well. I have a 100-year-old piano and four nice pianos in various locations.
Now, Nancy, do you think, let's say you take a guitar, 70-year-old guitar versus what they make today, do you think they'll get back to that quality someday in the future?
Well, I don't think there's any way that a new guitar can match an older guitar, simply because the quality of wood that exists, that's left today is different. And just the actual time that's seasoned,
Mm-hmm.
the way guitar is seasoned over time is every much a part of what it sounds like, the dirt that's in it, the molecules have aligned themselves from all of the playing, and just the soul that is infused into a guitar after it's been loved for a long time is going to make it sound better than anything you can build today.
We hope it's going to sound better. Sometimes it doesn't.
Well, yeah, there's always an exception, but a good guitar will be better. Will be better.
Guaranteed. How is it recording in the studios today with all this new technology?
A lot of the new technology is becoming, they're inventing new things to imitate the old technology better and better. So the sounds that we got, for instance, on Dreamboat Annie, when everything was tube gear, with tubes, amplifiers and microphones and consoles, mixing boards with tubes in, now, they're starting to get closer to the tube sound, which is cool because it takes less time, and there's more convenience with the digital technology. But up until more recently, the sound has been, really disappointing. So hopefully it'll continue to get warmer and better and more analog and more vinyl sounding as technology catches up to quality. It can.
What's your eyes on like amp simulations and stuff to match the tube amplifiers? Today they're starting to come out with good amplifiers like for tubes and stuff which ain't tubes, really. Amp simulation.
Amp farm and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, well those are sounding pretty decent. I mean, pretty darn good. There's, like I say, they're really imitating a lot of great sounds these days pretty well with digital stuff and pedals and stuff like that. It's pretty darn good. There's nothing as sweet as the way the air gets moved from a real amplifier in a room with a really good microphone. There's just nothing as sweet as that, but it's so cool the way technology is coming in that way. Very helpful.
Then you don't need to bring big Marshall stacks with you.
Yeah.
One final question here. How's life on the road for Nancy Wilson these days?
Well, life on the road is, it's rewarding and challenging. The rewarding part is the part on stage, and everything else is challenging.
Is it a lot of work, to do all that, year after year?
Oh, it's a good job, I will not knock my job. I'd rather have a rock job than a office job. So fluorescent lights. You know, we don't have to work in the fluorescent lights at 8 in the morning. So,
That's true.
but it's hard to drag yourself around the country in this heat. You know, it's logistics of travel can be very daunting, but the inspiration and the muse that, you know, chasing the muse with the songwriting as we go and playing awesome shows is the reward system, and it's a beautiful thing.
Well, Nancy, thank you very much for taking the time. I hope the tour goes
Thank
great.
you. Yeah, it was a great interview. Thank you very much.
Well, you're welcome. You have a great tour and hopefully talk again in the future.
Okay, take care.
You too. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.